Hey everyone, what is up? In this video, I'm going to talk about zombies, and not just Call of Duty zombies, but just zombies in general, and how they're so popular in our society and have been for decades. Now, zombies have actually been around in some form or another for almost 200 years, and the true origin of how they became what they are in today's society is, flesh-eating, undead, is not quite known, but the origin of the word is linked to West Africa. But the definition of the word back then wasn't necessarily the same as it is now. So it was linked to the Congo word zombie, which I'm not sure if that's pronouncing that right. It's N-Z-A-M-B-I, zombie, which means God, and also the word zumbi, which means fetish. Now I'm not quite sure exactly what those have to do with modern day zombies, but that's where the Oxford Dictionary gives credit to the origin of the word. But through the years and the decades that passed, zombies became increasingly more popular, and it just doesn't seem to want to stop. And we are currently living in what I would call a zombie culture. And one of the most popular features and one of the most popular games in the entire world is based on zombies. And yes, of course, I'm talking about Black Ops Zombies. One of the most popular and successful modern TV series, The Walking Dead, is obviously based on zombies. Even zombie films, which have been beaten like a dead horse over and over and over again, are still doing really well in theaters when they come out. A recent example is World War Z, which basically people thought it was going to flop, but it ended up pulling in like $550 million in the box office, and it ended up being one of 2013's top 10 highest grossing films. So zombies are literally everywhere, even aside from movies, games, and TV. You'll find them in music, novels, comics, toys and collectibles, even Halloween costumes. As far as Halloween costumes go, zombies have been increasing in popularity over the years. Back in 2009, they were the 13th most popular Halloween costume in America, and by 2011, just 2 years later, they were up to 4th place. Vampires and Frankenstein are also very popular choices for Halloween costume, as well as, movies, music, and all that kind of stuff. And both those characters are technically versions of zombies as well, as they're both basically undead. There's even some real life stories of what people claim to be zombies, such as this bath salt dude from Miami a few years ago who went into this zombie-like state and ended up eating another man's face. Or there was a 3-year-old girl in the Philippines who died. She was declared deceased by doctors, but she ended up waking up at her own funeral. How fucking creepy would that be? Then there's this, what about the zombie walk, okay? Every year, in several major cities around the world, millions of people dress up as the undead and take part in a shuffling stroll around the city. And it's actually really impressive to see. And take it from someone who's done it a few times, it's actually pretty fun too. But literally, there's like thousands of people per city that all get together dressed as zombies with their face paint on and their costumes and just stroll around the city moaning and groaning, brains, brains. It's pretty weird, but it's also fucking awesome. So as you can plainly see, as if I even needed to explain it, zombies are everywhere. Now personally, zombies have been a huge fascination of mine since I was a little kid. I've always loved horror movies and zombies were always the coolest to me, but I definitely know I'm not alone. But I love zombies so much that, my whole right arm from shoulder to wrist is sleeved with a zombie tattoo. My PSN ID is zombie. I've been a zombie several times for Halloween. And, sometimes I think I like things just because they have the word zombie in them, like the song Zombie by the Cranberries. It actually is a really great song, but would I have paid any attention to it if the song was called something else? Chances of that are slim. It was the name of the song that drew me into it in the first place, and I'm not really a fan of any of their other songs, so I give me liking that song, I give credit to the title alone. But the reason I think our society is so fascinated with zombies is because out of all of the nightmares, creatures, and all of the fictional characters that we see in movies and read about in books, zombies are the ones that we are most relatable to, because in a sense we are the zombies, right? Zombies were all just normal people like you and me, whether they got bit or they were risen from the dead by some strange toxic chemicals or whatever. They always started off as normal human beings, and I think it's that relatability that gives us our fascination. It's very similar to Batman and how he's basically the most popular comic book hero in the world. He isn't a superhero, he's just a man with a plan and a bunch of awesome skills, and of course a ton of money. But the fact that he's able to defeat all sorts of mutated and genetically altered enemies while being a mere mortal man is what allows us common people to relate to him and be inspired by him and be fascinated with him. But anyways, that's going to be it for me for now. If you like this video about zombies, then be sure to hit the like button. I would love to hear about your favorite zombies in the comments below, whether it's your favorite movie, game, song, or whatever it may be. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm Vile Self, also known as Zombie on PSN, and I'm out. So until next time, villains, later.